till the thing comes up on the phone. I don't know. Oh. Right.
Have you checked the radio volume? Okay, I think we're live.
We are live.
We are live. Hello and welcome. It is currently the 31st of October, so happy Halloween to the majority of you. But today we are not celebrating Halloween. We are celebrating what is a new beginning. We are about to embark on a journey. We are here for the season of Formula Renault, the new season. We are not doing Formula Bs, which was back on Project Cars 1. We are here for what is the Formula Renault 3.5, I believe. If I'm... Yeah.
5.
So we are here at the fabulous Brands Hatch. What is a technical circuit mainly used for GT3 and GT racing in general. But for today, it's being used by the monsters that are Formula Renault 3.5 cars. Once a actual historic track used back in the 1980s, I believe, for the Formula 1 season, before Silverstone.
Yep.
Was it after Silverstone and Donington?
Brands Hatch hosted it in the 70s quite a lot, and I think it last hosted in 1985 or 6. And Mansell won it. It was the European Grand Prix.
This track's most familiar with Ayrton Senna's greatest record from what I believe is a good record, or 1 minute 14.169, I believe it was. But today we're not going back to the old times. We're here with the Formula Renaults, which theoretically should be capable of going just as fast, considering the fact that these cars have DRS, they have much more downforce, and they're much more lighter, and nearly produce as much horsepower. Almost, not as much, but nearly the same amount. But anyways, we are currently in practice at the moment. We have about 5 minutes remaining, and that is bought. Unfortunately, losing the rear end through Paddock Hill Bend, a very difficult corner to get right there. Downhill, bumpy, very difficult to get right there. Laying in that corner will set you up perfectly for what is Graham. Is it Graham Hill Bend? I don't know Brands Hatch too well.
I believe it is Graham Hill here, who's actually gone board right now.
So here we are with faster A14 going. Oh, there's a car off to this side.
Hill. I'll read it through here. So this is Graham Hill. I'm 100% certain here. Got another car there. I believe that is one of the green cars. So I'm pretty certain then it's down towards Pilgrim's Drop here. This next corner here. So it's a quick 70 miles an hour up the hill there. Passing that might be faster there. Well, that is faster on board actually. So this is Pilgrim's Drop, and down they go. And then it's into the right hand of Hawthorne Bend, the quickest corner. One of the most quickest corners on the circuit. Very scary because that goes off there. You're in a wall, and luckily avoiding it there. And it's into the old back end of the circuit. Interesting fact: this circuit here, right here, used to have a chicane there.
That's something I didn't know.
And touring cars used to have a chicane there, and of course they removed the chicane because reasons. It's been off somewhere. See if we can find it. Yes, Aloe, and that's whoever the hell that is.
That was Thunderhead. So
they've gone off.
So let's go through your drivers and teams. So in Humor Racing, we have Math Gamer and Husa. In eSport, I hope that's the team I'm pronouncing correctly, with the team Fanatec livery. That is Angel One and Faster. In Lime Evo, a very popular team in the GAVRA community. Their two challengers are Rip It Up and Gonorrhea. Gonorrhea is sadly not here. I think Rip It Up's here, but he's a bit injured so far. There is Rip It Up at the moment, going through... Oh, he's kind of catched the grass there.
Cutting.
Running track control at the moment. I don't think... Yeah, I think that's allowed, as far as I'm aware of.
Yeah, it is.
Next up, we have Senna Racing Academy. In that team, we have Aloe Champs and Bort. In Target Motorsport, we have Thunderhead and Solo Solita. In Calpa Motorsport, we have Vectro 666, originally the GAVRA kart champion, two-time kart champion. Yep. So, going from the karts into the open wheelers, of open wheeling being his favourite motorsport discipline. And then in Zubru Baraka WRT, we have Sig, and I can't read that because the graphic quality, I don't know who is with.
Red.
Red 15. And then in the GAVRA
Yeah.
team, we have the man himself, GAVRA, by himself, unfortunately. So we have 13
That's
drivers
GAVRA.
on track at the moment.
Yeah.
Now, if you're wondering why we'll have a 10-minute practice, it's just to get everybody into the session, because unfortunately Project Cars 2 seems to suffer a bit of a problem with people lagging and disconnecting. So this 10-minute slot is to get people in, and if you disconnect after that 10-minute slot, you are not allowed to rejoin. That is a new rule that was brought in at the request of some fellow drivers, and also a decision that was made by the officials a long time before, I do so believe. But anyways, moving on from the rules, if you're wondering about the lobby settings, it is currently 2 p.m. British UK time in game. And as we watch Allied Champs going through the final corner.
I'll give you a little suggestion as well, Ethan. You don't have to speak as loud.
Well, you know, anyways, just
deafened,
okay, I'll move my mic a little away from the. It's currently autumn as well, judging by the colour on the trees. Brands Hatch is looking very beautiful. But this comes with a bit of challenge. The track is a lot colder, it's a lot more difficult to get grip, and some of the drivers seem to be struggling, even with traction control on. However, this is pretty easy to judge, considering the fact that the track is also very bouncy. Something these cars are not familiar with. They're more used to smooth, more flowing tracks, such as Silverstone and Spa. They're not used to tight and complex and bouncy circuits like this. I mean, if we ride on board with Vectro 666 going through this fast right-hander, on the inside there's a little bump there. Catch that wrong, you're going off into the gravel. So you just want to watch yourselves there. That corner also a good place for overtaking manoeuvres, and then we see Vectro 666 going up the inside of someone there. Meanwhile, up front we have Sig, who set a 1 minute 13.2. I said
in the background,
there was
who was that? Was that one of the target cars?
It was. I don't know what livery he is actually. Thunderhead's actually in the wrong livery, unless they've had a team change or something. But we'll just ignore that for now. Speaking of lap times, Sig, he has set a 1 minute 13.2. I said about the cars going just as fast as the cars back in the 80s, and that's nearly a whole second faster than Senna's original time. But obviously that was being in real life. This game nearly replicates real life, but not as close. So Evil, do you reckon we'll see any people setting the challenge to Sig, or do you think he's just going to have it nice and easy, considering the fact that he is 0.7 faster than Vectro?
Well, you have to say in the long run round here, it's looking very good for Sig. He's been on top form. Oh dear. Now, that's an interesting other angle.
That just proves how easy it is to lose the front wings on these cars. These cars are incredibly fragile. I've witnessed these cars at Silverstone one time, and trust me, as soon as they put one wheel off or hit a barrier, it is disintegrating. So, as you were saying.
Well, yeah, Sig looking possible for a win here. Vectro second, Solita is in third, so far in practice. Then down, of course, got Faster, Rip It and all that further down. But here we are into qualification then.
25-minute qualifying session. So
it looks all good, doesn't it?
It does look all good.
Sig.
So Sig first out onto the track. He wants to get that open air. He wants to get ahead. He wants to make sure he does not have anybody near him, so he can set that perfect lap. I think he's more than capable of setting a sub-minute 13. If he does that, I think he's in the perfect position. This is a 44-lap race, so it is possible for a one-stopper. I got told by someone, not going to say who, because I don't want to give out any secrets. That is possible to maybe even do a zero stop. Now, that would take some serious dedication and some serious thinking, considering management of the tyres and fuel. As far as I'm aware, you can change the fuel mixtures from rich to lean.
Yep.
Yeah, so that is possible. Tyres, though, it depends really. Depends how hard you push. But I think it is possible for a one stop. Maybe one or two stops.
I think a one stop, very possible for some drivers. If contact happens now, we know. I'm very much rowing down this straight here because the bumps on the inside, I found out the hard way whilst practicing there. You can see the bumps there actually on fast levels went down there. Extremely easy to drop the car there. So I'm pretty certain they'll be told not to open DRS there.
Yeah.
when racing because it's a very easy drop it. And someone actually has gone off up the road. I think that might be, yeah, it was. Thunderhead going a bit slowly, but down the back straight, DRS very easy to go off. This is grade 2 circuit. These are grade 1 spec cars, meaning they work the best on grade 1 circuits. So it'd be interesting for the drivers.
Yeah, so unlike Formula 1, where there are DRS zones, DRS detection, in the GAVRA League, we allow DRS to be used anywhere. Obviously, in corners, that's a bit of a ballsy move, considering the fact that the downforce is reduced dramatically, as far as I'm aware of. Is that DRS is drag reduction system, but last time I saw a car go off with the DRS open, it didn't end well for that person. So riding on board with Solo Solita, going down the back straight, like Evil said, with the DRS open. Now, he should be closing it just before the start of the corner. No, he's going for it open.
Ballsy.
Very ballsy indeed. He's still got it open, going for these low speed, low downforce corners. Might be a glitch. I think that is a glitch.
Yeah, you can see he's touching his brakes there. So
yeah. Oh, now it's gone off. Now it's saying it's off. Maybe he was going through those corners with his DRS open. If that's the case, then he's very good at maintaining the car's grip, considering the fact that DRS doesn't work too well when it's open going through a corner. So here he comes along the back, the pit straight, sorry, shall I say. Let's see, what is he on the lap? Yes, he is on the lap. However, it's 1 minute 19.7. That is immediately smashed by Sig with a 1 minute 15.923. That is that was his first lap, so he's still getting his tyres warmed up. One thing that's surprising me is the amount of fuel they're running. I mean, obviously 19.1 litres, obviously he was running with a bit more than that, but 19.1 litres seems a bit heavy. You'd think that they'd be running with a little bit less fuel. Like Vectra there, running about 14 litres there. Faster going through the first corner with the DRS open, very ballsy. Then he turns it off, going into Graham Hill Bend, and there's a car off there, and there is debris on the track. That is not on the racing line, but that is definitely going to cause some. There we go, Thunderhead pulling off to the track.
Done that.
I think
so that's coming up. Someone's gone up the road ahead. I don't know who that is. I think they've gone back.
Looking at that, looking where the debris is, it looks like him.
So that might.
There is a Fanatec, two Fanatec cars together there. One of them letting, I think it was Faster letting Angel through. It is Faster.
Yes, Faster.
I think Thunderhead dropped it on the curb on the left-hand side, and it spun around. I think he hit the wall.
DRS.
Possibly, that might have been the cause. That seems like the possible cause. Red 15 running 46 litres of fuel. Now, I don't know if that's as a balancing reason, because obviously more fuel balances the car out a bit more. I believe the fuel tank is positioned next to. There's Vectro going round again with traction control on. Obviously, he hasn't got his
Druids. You've seen that corner.
Druids. I keep calling the hairpin Graham Hill Bend. Please do excuse me. Graham Hill. So Vectra running traction control. Stability control is off. It's just running the traction control. So I can see. He is currently quickest. You are correct. 13.8, but still, Sig proved in the last time period that he is quick. I mean, 114.2 is fast, but he is definitely a lot faster as he comes out the pit lane. Rip it up, going down the back straight with the DRS open, going into that. That was very a bit too fast.
And there goes the front wing.
There goes the board and the front wing.
All over the circuit and through the grass and back to the pit lane here. Well, we do have to say, don't we, that we do obviously give Rip Up our full support here because he is in quite a lot of pain. Of course, we won't give reasons why, but he is on the mend. Of course, we do give him the full support to do well here today.
I heard another crash there. That is Thunderhead again. He seems to be struggling quite a bit. However, he is running no assists whatsoever. So he is the only driver running without assists, which is very brave. I don't know. He is not. Please do stop me there.
Go through them.
Hello, champs.
Hello.
Both Senna Race and Academy drivers running without traction, ABS and stability. The Thunderhead pulling off to the track to let Husa go through. And there's Red 15 going through the final corner. Gavra going down Paddock Hill Bend. Or losing the rear end of there.
And back through he goes. That's Thunderhead in the pit. So he's got his nose cone back.
Thunder, oh, someone on the grass there going through into the car. What car is that? That's a Target Motorsport car in front of him, going a bit slow. I am very confused considering the fact that some of the cars are running more than 50 litres of fuel. That is something I definitely wouldn't be doing. I don't know about you, Evil, but that seems a bit much, don't you think?
Well, could be, of course, practicing a little bit more. Ooh, Angel a bit laggy there as well. So, seems there's been contact between Faster and GAVRA League, because Gav's saying sorry to Faster, so perhaps holding him up.
So perhaps so.
Damage.
Well,
that looks like Sig, isn't it?
There is Faster. Faster pulls off the track. Sig with, well, Vectro, actually. Oh, no, I don't think... No, the grid hasn't changed whatsoever at the moment.
Oh, so, Grass, is he keeping it? Oh, he's going round. Watch out for that car. He's going to just avoid.
The Vanatech car going off there. He's going to stay off the track while he lets the cars go through. That was Red 15 witnessing what is possibly a scary moment. Seeing a car veer off the track and then seeing smoke, because obviously you don't know where the car initially is until the smoke is cleared. Riding on board with Red 15. Hopefully we'll stick to the camera for the whole way around. So through into Paddock Hill Bend. Taking a bit of the wide line there, dropping down a gear, but he keeps on the track. Going into Druids.
Losing the rear a little bit there. You can see twitching on the exit there. Down then into what is Graham Hill Bend. I'm pretty certain this is Graham Hill then.
Going to...
There he goes. Bounces over the curbs. Gets away with that there.
Vectro, sorry just to interrupt you there. Vectro has just set a new fastest lap of 1 minute 12.7. That will get Sig tingling there. I did say... I wonder if Sig will have any challenges, and it looks like Vectro is giving them that challenge and riding on board with Sig. There is a Target Motorsport car sat in the middle of the track on the racing line. I'm surprised how Sig has gotten away with that without being scathed. That might have been a bit of a lag spike there, but that looks very scary indeed. I can't imagine what that must have looked like from the cockpit.
Inches there, that looked massively scary though. I would not like to be that man. He's going to go off the circuit there. He's up 7 tenths and going round into the wall. He is in the wall. That is problems.
Unfortunate there. Sig definitely would have placed that car on pole. Just unfortunately caught the grass.
Lap, but Vectro, 112.7. He said he was struggling. Now he's setting 112s. Can he set them consistently? It's going to be interesting at turn 1. He's coming out the pit lane. There he is.
Yeah.
Let's see though.
He has got clean air in front and behind. Thunderhead going into the penultimate corner. Got to be careful. He's got to be careful of that curb on the right hand side. That curb is renowned for taking cars out, especially in the GT3's class, mainly in Blancpain. But we're here for Formula Renault's, not GT3.
Looking at the chat, at any of your comments, people saying, who is this person? It is our new commentator, by the way. He just joined us. We didn't introduce him.
Oh yeah, sorry. I am the newest person to the team. My name is Ethan Graham, or Thomas Ethan 2001. Refer to me
not new
as you please.
Because he was in the past as well, but new to Project Cars 2. We rehired him, but I rehired him because I'm the hiring person now. Thunderhead, he's not spun yet, which is surprising.
Don't jinx him.
Runs wide. Let's see, comes down the straight. He's getting followed by, I believe, is that Vectro or was that Sig? No, Sig does.
No, it's not. Vectro. I think he's got another car. I think there's a car in front of Vectro that's behind Thunderhead. I think that might be a Target Motorsport. No, it's not. It's Rip It Up. That is Rip It Up in the Lime Evo car.
Now, Bortz is the one I believe you spun, so that's probably the reason why. So let's see Thunderhead then.
Thunderhead 5 tenths.
Getting up the way.
Down on his lap time there. He lost a lot of time through there.
Yeah, Thunderhead. Not doing that's Rip It Up any favours, is he there?
I think Rip It Up's backed off a little bit there, but he's got Vectro right up his trumpet.
Yeah, so he's got Vectro, so if he times it well right now, I think he'll get away with it. A few cars coming out the pit lane. One of the Dig's teammates.
I think it was a Subaru Baraka car. Thunderhead not looking that too confident. I think he's struggling a little bit there. Saying that, I think with that glitch has occurred again. Husa, Alochamps and Math Gamer haven't actually set a lap time, or at least on our screens they probably have. It's just coming up with nothing because that is unfortunately a glitch in the game. And speaking of Alochamps, he's gone through.
I don't know if he has actually set a lap actually, because he's been pointing in the wrong direction. He's been really struggling.
Yeah, that's on Paddock Hill Bend again.
We've got 13 minutes to set a lap, so we don't know if they have.
Well,
the mini map seems to be. Thunderhead seems to be going slowly.
There's another.
Yes.
There's a.
Oh,
That's
no,
the
it's
ball.
not. That's that's just going to be Carnage there.
There's a few cars there. We've got Thunderhead, Vectro, Ball, and Ripper up there. Yeah, he's backed off. He has backed off, and there's been an incident. That's another. That's the Team Fanatec car again. That's either Angel 1 or. It's Angel 1.
Yeah.
Faster going through.
Oh, there he is. Back again. Well, so easy to do. He got on the curb there and easily spun. Rip it up some. Going,
there's a lot of traffic at the moment. A lot of traffic.
Yeah. This is problematic here. And was there contact then? In the background?
I did not. I didn't see. I did not. Vector going slow again. It's backed off again. He has. He's weaving his tyres. He wants to be very careful because that is a hill there. It does dip down a little bit. Thunderhead has gone off again.
Again? He is having no luck today, is he? He's ahead of Gav.
That was a very.
That's the 4th time now.
That was a very interesting place where he went off. Speaking of Gav, he's up on his times.
2 corners.
I wonder if we can. Wonder if we can get the timing sheets up of the different sector times.
Say no more.
There we go.
Oh,
wow.
Now there you go. You can see all the timings of that. For all your few seconds you can see them.
Yeah, so as you can see there, that is... where did that put Gav? It was only still 10th place.
Only a second off the pace, ain't too bad.
I think he lost a bit of time for that last corner, I think.
Yeah, I did drift it there. I did catch it. Rip it up. 5th place. Right. Sig's a second off. He's up as well in the mid sector, I believe. He's got 2 cars. That is Vectro, by the way, there. And that is... Who is that? That looks like one of the Fanatec. So I think that's Angel. Up the road. Let's have a look by...
Sig's up on his time. He needs that Fanatec car to move out the way. The Fanatec car might be on the lap, so he doesn't necessarily have to move.
Doing him any favours.
Sig can use them as a tow to get up on the inside of this corner, but do you really want to risk it?
He can use the corner. He's not going to improve. I think it'll be very close.
He can use the car as a tow to get a bit of slipstream. That has killed his time dramatically. Sig is not going to be happy about that. Well, there goes the Fanatec car out of the way. That was Angel 1.
Was.
Well, Sig's now got some clean air to focus and get his car where he needs to be, because currently Vectro has done quite well to beat where he is, and there's Gavra losing the rear end. He is running 3.9 litres of fuel, so he's basically running the tank dry at the moment, so... Wow.
Does improve.
Goes in 9th. Catches the curb on Paddock Hill Bend.
Gets out of the way of one of the
Target Motorsport cars.
Now that might be... I don't know who that would be.
That would have been... I think that might have been Solar Solita or Thunderhead, possibly.
Yeah, it would have been.
Solar Solita.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to the cars and all that.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
in chat, by the way.
Thunderhead running a different livery to Solar Solita for some unknown reason, but, you know...
Oh,
and that's Thunderhead going off again. There's 2 cars going off there.
Hassan's teammate, now that
would have been Math Gamer.
Yeah, so don't know if he's struggling or not here. I don't know if he's actually set a lap or not.
I think it's a glitch. I do think it is a glitch.
I'm not sure. Let's get the timings up and have a look.
Well, it says last lap 4 minutes 48.999.
No, he hasn't.
But...
Okay, no he hasn't.
Well, he's got 9 minutes and 7 seconds to do that.
Now this will cause serious issues for us, by the way. It's going to give us... Just give the chat a brief warning, by the way. That last time we had this, everything exploded. So, just warning. I'm sorry for any crackling that occasionally happens from my mic.
So as we watch you go through Druids, down to the run onto Graham Hill Bend. He goes a bit wide. It's unfortunate, and that would have lost some time. I think we may have lost Evil.
No.
No, Evil is still here. Evil was still alive as we watch Husa go wide again, unfortunately, there. He's running off the track. He's got dirt on his tyres and he is back in the pits.
Just replying to GAVRA here. He sent me a message, so I'm just letting him know that you're streaming, not me, but we're on the channel, so don't know what's going on.
As we watch Angel Wong go through the final corner, well, the penultimate corner, shall I say, down into the run, onto the final corner. Get this right, you can apply the throttle really early and get as much speed as possible onto the run, onto the final pitch straight. DRS open, goes across the line. What has he set? He was 11 seconds off. I think that might have been an outlap. Or a...
so has got a lap now, so there we go.
I think it's Math Gamer who's suffering with the lap glitch.
And Allo Champs as well, and perhaps
yeah, so there's only 2 drivers. Oh yeah, Husa has set a lap. Husa is in 11th. 12 seconds off the pace.
Well, behind Thunderhead, doing his best though. Let's see, coming through the fast Hawthorne kink then. Very fast corner, of course. Famous, of course. I'm pretty certain James Hunt and Nicky Lauder in the 75 or 76 season overtook around here. And of course, if you haven't watched the film Russ, I do recommend watching it. It's quite a big story based around this circuit, actually. Of course, this circuit famous for the 76 Grand Prix as well. It's gone off down the bottom of the circuit now.
Just want to draw your attention to the timing sheets. Sig has just set a 12.7. That is 9 thousandths, if I'm not correct. 9 thousandths of a second off. That is very, very, very close. Now, can he put out another lap? He's got 6 minutes and 35 seconds to do so as we watch Bork go through into the penultimate corner. Running no assists, very ballsy. Some drivers running no assists, so got to give them some credit. But these cars are very difficult to drive without assists. Even some drivers with the traction control on have said that these cars are difficult to drive. So as we watch Bork come down the pit straight, there's a Fanatec car coming out the pits. Bork on an outlap by the looks of things.
Oh, well, it won't be on a lap now. That's going to anger him there. Lose a bit of time there. Got a that's the target car now. That might.
That was a Fanatec car.
That was a target car parked off the side of the circuit, I believe.
No, I think it was just the Fanatec car coming out of the pit lane. I'm not too sure. I didn't see a target car parked anywhere. But speaking of a target car, there it comes out the pits in front of GAVRA, who I believe was on an outlap again there, going through Paddock Hill Bend, up into Druids. The Fanatec. The Target Motorsport car should be getting out of the way, and so he does. Sportsmanship at its finest there. As GAVRA goes into Graham Hill Bend, can he get the line right? Just about right on board.
Runs a bit wide. Now down the straight, down into this little kink on the left, and look at the gap there, 900 thousandth of a second then. Runs a bit wide.
That's a Senna Racing Academy car there. I saw a bit of debris on the curb in there. That was Bort.
Yeah, Bort. Now, who's he gone off with? It's Thunderhead anyway, isn't it?
Thunderhead's in Graham Hill Bend. Oh, he's gone a bit wide there, unfortunately. As we watch GAVRA go down the catching. I think we're catching the outside curb there, going up the hill into the right-hand kink.
Behind him.
That is a Target Motorsport car. I'm not sure who that is. That might be Solar Slater. It's only Solar Slater because he's the only one running the correct livery.
Okay.
And Solar Slater, there's what Solar Slater's doing there. I think he's weaving to warm his tyres out. Caught the grass there. As you watch Thunderhead going down the hill and back up into that right-handed kink. Very difficult blind corner. Got to clip it just perfectly.
Does he get out? No, he gets out of it there. Really hard that corner, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very difficult.
As well. Most of this circuit, of course, one of the main benefits of circuits like this as well, like they're off camber, they're old circuit. They've got gravel and grass on the outside. Now, of course, this circuit, of course, being Grade 2, I think it's the only track in the calendar that is Grade 2 that I'm pretty certain of. So,
I can get the calendar for Formula Renault if anybody is interested.
Ali Champ's struggling. It'd be good to get the calendar up just to inform the viewers what the tracks of the season.
So currently for round 1 we are at Brands Hatch. For round 2 we visit Red Bull Ring in Austria. Round 3 we go and visit the famous Spa-Francorchamps, and then we travel to Germany for the Nürburgring GP layout, and then all the way to America at the Indianapolis Road Course, and then just traveling across the United States to Watkins Glen, and then back again to Kota, and then all the way to Japan to visit Mount Fuji, which will most probably be raining constantly. So that is our 8-round championship.
True fact about Fuji, actually. Every time they've gone there in F1, it's rained.
Let's see if that tradition keeps up in the GAVRA League Formula Renault season. This is only season 1. I'm sure there is more to come.
Yep, Sig was on a go. Cross the line. Is he on a lap? I don't think he was. If he is, he's on now a lap.
Ooh, losing the rear there. He's running no assists. That is the first time we've seen him run no assists. So he's really pushing it this time. He's got 2 minutes and 40. Yeah.
Someone gone off somewhere. I don't know if it's that. Thunderhead.
I can see a car hat. It's faster again. Fanatec cars do seem to be struggling a little bit.
There's been an accident somewhere. Sorry about all the camera swapping here, but I don't know who it is.
It was faster. It was faster.
Down at the bottom of the circuit, if you can see, there's 2 cars off.
Oh yeah, I do actually. Yes, after the fast right-hander, that is Rip It Up and Solita. Has he? No, he hasn't.
Oh no, Rip It's gone to the pits.
Rip It's in the pits. It's Solita who's off the track there.
Oh, it's very interesting. What happened there? Sorry for the camera change, but it wasn't appearing on timings or anything.
Looking at Rip It Up's car. Oh no, Solita's moving again. I don't know what.
I think Gav, who was went off as well. I'm not sure. Someone was definitely off there. Maybe stopped. But,
well, looking at the car of Rip It Up, his side pods were damaged though. They had a lot of scuff marks on them. That is a Subaru Barocca car going around there. That was Sig.
Sig again. What is going on now? He is
clearly pushing it now. Wow, he's got 1 lap left to do it. About 1 lap. Just 1 lap.
1, maybe 2 if he's lucky. He's not doing this lap.
Oh, he's gonna have to
do quick.
He is going to have to go like a bat out of hell if he wants to get another lap in. Unfortunately, he has got the target motorsport car of Solita. Yeah, the target car of Solita up front. Solita moves off the track.
Timing's low. The top 2 over 3 seconds quicker than the rest of the field. That's incredible.
So it's
Fred was saying about how he was going to give
struggling.
up.
Yeah. Solita. Oh my God.
Goodness
that
me, that's humongous.
If I do recall, that bump on the inside, especially mixed with DRS, that's just what happens. Unfortunately, we do have performance impacted, not full damage. If that was full damage, the car would have been up and over and would have had no tyres or anything left there, and that would have been his qualifying session put to an end. Because we watched faster. It is over. It is over at the moment. And Vectro, he is
in the pits.
Well, he's in the pits at the moment. Sig,
can he get that car on pole? Runs a bit wide up the hill.
He has gone past the timing line before the end of the session, so this is the final lap. He has some time to do it. Will he do it? Ride on board, going into Graham Hill Bend, pushing it very good indeed. That was the perfect corner. That was brilliant. Rip It Up with a red marker on his...
Valid, runs a bit wide up the hill. Is he going to get a car just hooked up? He's up in the first sector.
He's up on his time.
He's up.
Vectro is probably monitoring Vectro is definitely going to be monitoring this as he goes into this corner. He catches the inside bump there, manages it. Going into this fast right-hander. Can he hold it? Watch out for that curve. Up the hill into the blinds. Up into the blind corner. He's up again.
He's in there! He's in there! Unbelievable! Unbelievable! He was up by 3 tenths and he's thrown it away. Disastrous there. He could have done it if he didn't run wide. He was all good to get pole, but no. In the Armco and out. And well, everyone's set lap times. Alochamps has lost his front wing again.
Alochamps is driving around the track, having a little tour. But
giving the GAVRA thing.
Unfortunately, Rip It Up has been given a 1 grid place penalty for some reason. I do not know what that is. We'll probably get confirmation soon as we get the timing screen. But
It won't give us that. Well,
Vectro. Alochamps, yeah. Vectro though.
Rip it up is absolutely furious.
Yep, a 1 grid place penalty. That's unfortunate, but man of qualifying, Vectro, an unbelievable lap. So someone who was struggling and even contemplating on quitting Formula Renault has topped the timing sheets. And here we are on the start line.
Have everyone. We've got a few minutes until the session actually starts. We've got about a minute, so we do wait for the drivers. And I think we'll have a formation lap?
No, it is no rolling start. It is a classic Formula 1 style grid.
Ah, that's going to be good then. So what's out for Math Gamer? He could be lagging. Now, if we didn't set lap time, if he actually did set, but he didn't, so he might disappear very dramatically at the start of this race.
Well, the driver's got to ready up. They have a 2-minute time slot to ready up. Don't ready up, you get disqualified. That's just the game. So, Evil, what do you think about strategy, and what do you think will happen into the first corner?
Well, accident may happen. I was going to let the drivers know already before 2 minutes.
Well, if we go through the grid, on pole position we have Vectro. In second position we have Sig. Behind him is Sorcelita and Rip It Up. Rip It Up would have been in third, but unfortunately got a grid place penalty. Behind him is Faster. Oh wait, sorry, no, I misread that. That's Red 15 actually on fourth position. Rip It Up in fifth place. Behind him is Faster. Behind him is Angel, his teammate. In eighth place we have Thunderhead. Behind him is Ball. No, it's Gavra.
Thinking.
We are thinking. Okay, here we go. 5 lights. Lights out and away we go. And it's a very good start from Rip It Up. Look at him. Right down the middle. Vectro also getting away very well there. Sig up the inside. Is he going to make it stick? Yes, he is. No, he's not.
Almost made contact.
Almost made contact there.
Get through. I think they've all got through.
Everyone has got through there. Rip It Up going a bit slowly on the inside there. Solita losing the back end, but keeps it. Very good. Very good balancing there. Running 64 litres of fuel, so it looks like he might be going for a one-stop. Might be wrong, but it is currently Vectro holding first position, closely followed by Sig, who is right up on his gearbox. He's going to have to DRS into this fast right-hander. Vectro is going to also deploy the DRS to counter Sig's attack. He's going to hold first position still on this first lap. Meanwhile, at the back of the grid, we have Alochamps and Math Gamer, I believe, in the Humor racing car, fighting it out at the last. And we have Thunderhead, who is missing a front wing. And there goes, Math Gamer
in the wall.
Math Gamer.
Was that contact there with Alochamps?
I know. I can hear more. I can. Both Humor cars have lost it. Both Humor cars have crashed and lost their front wings. I don't think Math Gamer.
Incredible start here. I
don't think Math Gamer made any contact with anyone. I think he just locked up. Meanwhile, the two Fanatec cars running in sync together.
Vectro's got an issue, I think.
Vectro has lost it.
Is he in the gravel? He is in the gravel. Could you give it that one? He's catches
the inside curb, and he has come out in front of the two Fanatec cars. But there's a Red 15 catching a bit of the gravel there as well.
Gravel.
My voice is going, but we're gonna maintain. Angel is running 107 litres of fuel, definite 1-stop or 2-stop there. Meanwhile, further in last place, Husa is going incredibly slow. He's not even made it to the final corner yet, and he is turned blue on the radar, or on the mini-map, shall I say. That means he is going to get lapped on the very first. Well, he hasn't even done a full lap yet, so he's going to be getting lapped. We have 3 cars in the pits. It's Thunder and Math Gamer.
And Matt as well, I believe.
Husa is going into the pits to repair his car, but Math Gamer and Thunderhead have retired. Or are they in the pits? Or no? Are they in their
pit still?
Are they in their garages, or are they in the pit stalls?
They're in the pit still, so they are in the pits. A few people getting warnings here. Angle's in. Angle, I believe, coming out.
Meanwhile,
Solita second, Rip It third, Vectro, Nightmare is actually passing, that is Rip It up, yes it is into
Oh,
first,
Rip It
does he
Up's
get
got
the first corner
well,
done?
Rip It hold it around the outside. No, he's not. He's going to give him the position. No point in fighting it. We have got a lap car up front. Well, going just down into Graham Hill Bend. That was Rip It Up locking up there. Solid behind Thunderhead. Thunderhead's going to have to make way for Solita. Thunderhead gets in the way. He is going to be slapped by a penalty. Probably by the game, but also the GAVRA officials, and they are known for, I think, for being quite harsh sometimes. I have not experienced it myself, but I can't imagine what they are like. Meanwhile, Angel One and, well, they're saying that both Math Gamer and Cusick in the pits.
Serious issues then for those two.
Both Human Racing cars having a atrocious start to the start of the season. And there goes one of the Fanatec cars. There goes Red 15 past him. Not a very good start for some of these teams. Team Fanatec and Team Human Racing not having a very good start whatsoever. And there's Rip It Up, the lone Lime Evo, doing his teammate Gonner here very proud. In fourth position, especially being injured after some situations somewhere.
Away.
Thunder moving out the way of Vectro in a very weird way. So there comes out one of the Huma cars.
Gamer out the pit lane. So after almost 2 laps in the pit, comes out. He's going to be very much out of this race so far then. Vectro losing the rears up the front. Has to chase down Solo Solita then. Bots gets a warning as well. And so is Vectro as well, got a warning for a few seconds then. So being a bit glitchy there.
Well,
so, leading this race.
40 laps remain of this 44-lap race, which is considered a sprint race. I mean, wow. Vectro is up on his best lap delta sig at the moment, set of 14.8 as we watch Solita go into the fast right-hander with Vectro closely behind. Vectro is not in a position to make an attack, but in a few laps' time, well, saying that in this lap's time, Solita has run very wide, and Vectro is going. Oh, he's backed out. That is very smart there. Going up the inside there would have definitely ended in an accident. I saw a flashback to Suzuka with Alain Prost and Ayrton Senna then, but Vectro's got a very good run out of that corner. Is he going to be able to dive up the inside? It is possible, but Solita is defending his position. This is a fight for a position. This is not a lapped car. The Target Motorsport car holding off the Calpa Racing car very well. Meanwhile, we have a disconnection. Hussar has unfortunately disconnected. Vectro backs off once again.
Down the inside. He's not going to try it there, like, but he's going to seek out the inside here. Druid is a pretty close place, and he's trying it, but again, not good enough there. It's this track. He's going to try on the outside. Runs wide, and he's going to be side by side. Is Solita going to try down the inside? They're going to make contact. They're not.
Vectro's ran off the track. Yes. Vectro did run off the track there, but I don't think...
Get away with it.
He might just get away with it. If that was real life, he would have had to give the position back, but I think it might just get away with it. Good battling there, and good defence from Solita, but just couldn't quite keep it up. Thunderhead has lost. Has he gone back in? Has he...
That's the 7th front wing he's got today.
Oh, and he's just almost caused an accident with GAVRA there. The founder of the entire community. That is something you don't want to be getting involved with on track, making contact with the leader of a grounds community. Meanwhile, Rip It Up, the Lime Evo, going through the final few sections of the track.
Red together here, so this could be interesting.
The Team Fanatec car closely following the Subaru Baraka car. Faster, getting a bit wide there, but so did Red.
And Sig's got a 17, almost 18-second lead already over the rest of the field then. Incredible pace by your perhaps future champion in GAVRA Racing. He's been, well, he's shown today that he is a god.
Sig did well, back in Project Cars 1 times, he did win the Clash of the Clans at the Scottish track. That thing. Very well, he won by a massive margin, and he's showing that he does have that pace, considering the fact that he's a whole 21 seconds ahead on the first few laps. Unfortunately, Vectro having a very atrocious start. Meanwhile, Faster going wide there, allowing Red 15 to break away. But Red 15 taking a very interesting line through that uphill left-hander. But still, Faster can't seem to quite close the gap unless Red 15 catches the wrong line through this corner or just goes somewhat slow. Faster catching right up there. Faster is taking a much better line through
Closing
there.
up. Now this could be interesting here, Rozola. Say this. It's very close. Now I was looking at them actually on the little sector times here as I see if I can figure out. There we are, down the bottom for you there. So have a nice little shiny thing for you there as well. Let's put that on. Well, very close in the first sector. They are matching it to we believe. Like looking at the little timings I've got in the commentary booth, and they're very close here at the first sector. However, dropping in the middle and then gaining a little bit at the end as well. So it's going to be interesting here, and I think possibly the best opportunity he's going to make is getting a run down into Druid and ballsing it down on the brakes. It's probably the only opportunity he has, to be honest. But if he just needs to get close enough to slingshot it there, as he says that, gets close, because this is really the only of 3 perhaps overtaking spots. Thunderhead still in the pit lane, by the way, for your Thunderhead fans there, having a horrid time down the back. Still, 12 out of 13 cars in this race. The only one we lost was Hussar earlier on with a disconnection.
Unfortunately, 2 cars did not make the start. I forgot Broken Arrow is teammates with Vectra in the Calpa Motorsport team. I don't know where Broken Arrow is, but unfortunately he is not here to participate in the season open. Well, the opening round, shall I say? Tripping up on my words there.
Ort's in.
Ort is in the pits.
Lost his front wing.
Lost his cars. Yeah. Drivers seem to be struggling quite a bit. Meanwhile, back with Faster, nearly going off the track there. Just maintains it as we look from the camera, well, the off-track cameras there. Vectro, was he going slow then, or was that him just making the breaking point?
I think that was just a trick of the eye there. 51 litres. 40 litres for...
Sig has lost his front wing. I repeat, Sig has lost his front wing. He has made contact with someone, or he has went off the track. He didn't go off the track.
Put it out there. Is that the car? Yes, it would be. I think, could that have been...
Would that have been a Thunderhead? Could it have been...
It would have been Thunderhead. Who's in the...
That's Alachance, but he hasn't got any damage though. Sig's only just overtaken Alachance though. I get the feeling, because you said Thunderhead did come into the pits. Did Sig and Thunderhead come together? Because I don't think Sig went off the track because he would have lost a lot more time.
Now, that could be a culprit then. Thunderhead, where is he?
He is off the track, and he is currently... He is nearly 4 minutes off the leader, that is Sig, who has unfortunately got a bit of damage.
But Sig's only lost his front wing. That could be
and he's still driving. He's still driving without
dropping time load. You can see, look at the gap with the Vettori, 15 seconds. So he's close to 5-6 seconds. Meanwhile, looking at Faster, I believe they're still together. I don't think they switched. I'm not sure.
No, Red 15 has still retained his position.
They are catching to angle as well, so this is interesting. 3 cars catching each other.
There is a car in the pit lane. That looks like... That's not Vectro.
Math game up.
Is it Vectro?
Math game up.
Math Gamer in the pits.
Yeah, you can see about to see actually, it's a big icon saying pit.
Oh yeah. I got you there.
16 seconds. Not close enough yet. So perhaps... If he did go off, he's really got lucky, has Sig, because he's only gently touched the wall. Any other battles going on? Coming down the back, looks like...
Oh, there is some contact there. That is the 2 Fanatec cars coming together.
Now.
That is like Sergio Perez and Esteban Ocon coming together.
Red as well, 3 wide contact length, so the 3 of them have collided. That is the last thing they want to see. Foster hasn't lost his front nose cone, so I think could be lucky here, but missed out there. So there's big contact. Be interesting to see what's happened.
So both Red 15 and Sig have lost their front wings. I mean, wow, saying that, Sig
in.
Sig is in the pits. He's got his front wing back.
Vectro leads.
50. Wow. Okay, Vectro has a.
Oh.
Vectro. Oh, there's a Senna Racing Academy car going off the track there. There is one of the Humor Racing cars.
That'd be mad.
That would be math. A lone Humor car, unfortunately, due to Husa having an unfortunate disconnection. And that's Thunderhead off the track again. That car not having a very good...
He's definitely struggling. These guys also pit. Well, Red and Anger will come in the pit lane with no front wings. So we've only... I don't know who's survived this race so far. I'm pretty certain No one here survived.
I think Gavra has stayed out.
Survived everything. He's an 8.
Gavra has a net position of 1, I believe.
Probably sick. Phil should come out in 6th place.
So Gavra has stayed out of the trouble, and he's just in his own little race at the moment, and that is Bort going off again.
Well, this is why Grade 2 circuits don't work the best. Well, they're very narrow, and I did say overtaking is going to be calm.
I will be honest. Brands Hatch does not seem like
Does he hit the wall? He's off.
Yeah, he just keeps it. Thankfully, the gravel track there, just keeping him out of the
grass. Actually doing that.
Well, gravel and grass. I was going to say that Brands Hatch not very suitable for these type of cars. Maybe Silverstone or Snetterton may have been a bit better for this, personally, but I don't make the choices. As we watch Solicitor going through Druids, closely followed by Red 15. There's Vectro in first place, returning back to his podium position.
4 seconds in the... Well, where's Sig? He's only some 70 seconds, so it could be close. If Vectro wanted to pit, you'd have to do it quickly.
Wow, I mean, Sig's knocking the time out of fashion there.
18 seconds. Perhaps I think it's dropping time now, actually. This could be...
Yeah, I've dropped a little... saying that he's taking it down again. I don't know if it depends on... I don't know what type of tyre compounds these cars have got. I think it's just slicks and sports and...
Slicks.
So...
slicks.
We don't know what compound are slicks. Unfortunately, it just says slicks.
Car off again. Who's that? Not Allo. Someone's off
that's 2 cars. That is 2 cars. There's 3 cars. That is... okay, right.
One.
That was bought. Oh my! There's a car upside down. That is a Subaru Barocca car upside down. Who is that? Surely it's not Sig, is it? It can't be Sig.
It is. No, it's not.
No, it's not. It's Red 15. It is Red 15 who is currently upside down. Has he reset?
He's not appearing on our...
He has retired. He has retired. Yeah. We have no idea what happened there. I saw a Target Motorsport...
Underheads in as well, so...
I think I saw a Target Motorsport front wing now, or possibly a Lime Evo front wing there. So was Rip It Up or Solita involved in that? I think...
Imagine Rip It Up, he's coming to pit. I don't
think Solita was actually involved in it. I think there had been a collision possibly with Red 15 and Rip It Up. I'm not too sure.
Incredible circumstances. 10 drivers in this race, by the way. Bort, no front damage. Math Gamer and
Rip It Up has left the session. That is
angry. Bort is absolutely livid as well, I think. So could have Bort had contact, Len?
Rip It Up manually left. He did not disconnect. He did manually leave the session. Don't know why.
Down the straight. Math Gamer leaves the pit lane. Must be careful of the car pulling alongside him. That is that's Gav. Well, only 10 cars in this race so far. This has been a interesting race, to say the least. Well, yeah. So you can see, I believe that. Yeah. You definitely did leave that. So Solitius passing. Well, this has been a race nutrition, and well, out of nowhere, if Vector can win this thing, despite the struggles he's been having, I will be amazed. Of course, he's got traction control as well, which he's simply doing. People in the chat saying chaos, but I don't know how.
We don't know. I don't know how Red 15 ended upside down.
I think I'll save the replay if it lets me. I don't know if it will, but I'll advise it if it does let you save the replay, Ethan, to save it.
Yeah, I was very interested in that, but you are very correct. Vectro has done a good job to get back to first position after what has been definitely a struggle between the time. I don't think there was time trials for Formula Renault, but between the sign-ups for Formula Renault to now, Vectro has put in a lot of effort, and he has said he has definitely been struggling, but he has got to a very good position now, definitely.
Yeah, and indeed out of the race is, I believe, Stig's teammate.
Red 15, unfortunately, tipped upside down. No idea how that happened. One of the most peculiar spots to go upside down, especially for an open wheel car. unfortunately, we'll never know the cause of that unless...
Yeah, the official GAVRA channel was here, so I believe that might be Soup down in the chat somewhere.
Unless we get some type of onboard camera. So at the moment, everything's a bit split at the moment. There's a few...
Lap 14 of 44, by the way. So, I don't know how many people are going to be in this race by then, but we're only lap 14. We've had more cars in the entire race. I don't know if that's 14 laps left. I don't imagine it would be.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have lost a few cars in a short space of time, and the grid is very diverse right now.
Only 4 lap cars on the top field, which is ridiculous.
When GAVRA has jumped up to 5th position, like we said, staying out of trouble gets you high rewards, and GAVRA is definitely getting the high reward. Running in 5th position, originally starting 8th or 9th, he has gained some good few positions, and unfortunately, almost losing the rear end there. He lets Sig past. He just manages to keep it. Silver in his little own race there, just managing the car and just nursing it around. Yeah. And
we need 2 more incidents, and it'll be a podium. You never know. The drivers you've got left in this race. We don't know what incidents could happen as I get spammed by people inviting me to parties, which is always the good thing.
As we look at Math Gamer going into Graham Hill Bend, running in 9th. In front of him is GAVRA. But Math Gamer is probably going to be unlapping himself. He isn't fighting for a position as we watch Bork coming into the pit lane.
Has he got...
Oh, he hits the wall. Oh, I think he just lost it hitting the wall then.
I think he had no front wing actually before, so somewhere he's gone off again. So the drivers here, horrid times then today. Alex Champs is he's got a front wing today as well. So could it be very interesting scenarios here where the drivers putting themselves to the limit?
So currently, I think currently then, Alex Champs was what position is Alex Champs in 6th? He was currently 10 seconds behind GAVRA, I believe. As we watch Solita closely, yep.
There is confirmation, and Gav 45 seconds off the pace of Faster, who was
yet to pit.
Closing up, actually Sig. Look where Sig is actually compared to Solita.
He's in race.
You better see him.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Thunderhead pulling off to the side of the I heard an accident. I heard a bit of contact then. Don't know where it was. I think it was Paddock Hill. There is 2 cars. There's Angel there. Math Gamer and who's that? But there's Thunderhead going off the track, pulling onto the racing line with a car coming into the corner. That is something you want to definitely be careful of. Doing that. It's one of the Fanatec cars.
So I can only imagine that would be... I don't know. Faster?
No, it'd been Angel 1. Currently, Sig has set the fastest lap of 1 minute 16.4. And then after that, there is Vectro with a 117.3. So Sig is definitely faster on pace. It's just catching up to Vectro. Yet Vectro is still yet to pit, I believe.
I believe he's running... Let's have a look. He's 29, so he might just get it down to halfway through this race. We believe Sig isn't going to pit.
Sig is definitely not going to be pitting for a while. If he does pit at all. As he goes into Druids, following Solita, fighting for a position. I must say that is for a position.
Seconds. Now we've seen drivers have incidents here. Let's see if these 2 can survive it this time. Got I think there's contact down at the second last corner there. I don't know who that would be, but there is someone in the gravel. We can find...
it's Angel. It's another Fanatec. Fanatec team seem to be struggling a little bit here. Meanwhile, Thunderhead is in the pits again. 8 minutes and 14 seconds behind. It's unfortunate. I don't get...
far back.
Well, he's still gonna earn points, but at that point, I would probably retire, considering the fact that you're not competitive whatsoever. I think he has actually gone in the garage because he seems to be losing time very quickly. Meanwhile, Sig on the back of Solita.
Outside, he won't do it there. He has to try and nurse that car, and he's going to get alongside here, down in to to Paddock Hill if he's not careful. He is trying to pull to the inside. If he's careful about that, Druids could be one of the best options here. If he can get alongside him, he's going to have to try it.
On the brakes.
Yes, he tries, takes a
so
slate.
down
inside he goes. One's wide. Throws him through as well. And into second place. That's how you do it there. Just managing to get through. And rip it up. Giving up, I think, there as well. So he has been out of this race and well. Great move.
So doing a cheeky Max Verstappen there, moving in the braking zone a little bit, but late braking forced him very wide, and so Sig just went up the inside and just said, "Thank you, that's mine. I'll be moving on." Meanwhile, Thunderhead in the pits, so is Angel 1. Thunderhead, I would consider retiring at this point. You're probably still going to earn points.
May have retired.
He's disappeared. He has disappeared. He's out. Is he out of the pits? He is out of the pits.
He is.
Okay, so
give him that. He
is carrying it. He is definitely committed. I'll give him that. Considering the fact of how far behind he is, definitely committed. And there's one of the Senna Racing Academy cars further behind there.
No battle. No.
Well, GAVRA going wide a bit there.
I think he was letting, faster through.
According to Matty Cake, both me and Evil sound the same. Well, I mean, Evil shouts a lot more, and yeah, that's about it, really.
I'm the shouty one. Just imagine we're the same person, so it's just confusing.
Yep. Oh, Red 15. Oh, was Red 15 still in the session then? I don't know.
He must have been. He must have been there. He was the one in the pits. We know Angle's still in there.
Yeah.
But so he could be out this race now. I don't know if he's got that car going. Whatever it is, he's got terminal damage on that car. Matty Cake, that must be I don't know who Matty Cake even is.
That is the person who you streamed with in the GAVRA free drive event at Spa-Francorchamps.
Ah,
I believe.
The one you just yeah.
Anyway, as we watch Solita by himself
off in the gravel there.
He's Thunderhead again. Oh,
okie. Well, that was lucky.
Solita would have been able to avoid that. Wide. I think he didn't see that coming. It was on the block. It was above the crest on the blind corner. So Solita would have had no idea.
Last corner, is that? Boy.
Solita would have had no idea. So Thunderhead was there, considering the fact that corner is blind. So, you know, Solita was just taking the normal line, saw a red car there, veered off to the right, left even. Could have gone to the right, but I think it would have been a bit too late. So, wise choice going to the left.
People saying I've got a shot. I'm a goldfish. Leave me alone.
As we see Thunderhead driving around the track without a front wing, again, nothing out of the usual.
Front wing counter.
Yeah.
Let me get a front wing counter in the chat. I'm pretty certain I've seen 20 of these front wings from Thunderhead now. He's not, well, you can't lose a rear ring on this car. You've not been able to.
Wow, unless you have a car coming actually like mounting the rear of the car, then that'll be.
I don't think you can lose the rear because it's got DRS. And I'm pretty certain you can't lose the rear if you've got DRS.
True. Well, any scenes like that would be rated 18, but you know, anyways, Faster going through Druids in a race of his own by the looks of it. He's currently got, well, Solita is up front by 31 seconds, and then behind Faster is GAVRA, like a minute or so behind then. Meanwhile,
Solita is keeping up. This is interesting.
He is keeping up indeed. Oh, Sig there, getting a bit twitchy.
Actually.
He's in the pits.
He's coming in the pits. Is there damage? They think he has damage actually. Now
I can't see any I can't see any external damage. Is it internal damage? Is it an engine problem? Is it transmission? Is it suspension? We never know because we don't have
the. You can't have any of them because it's on visual. It's only on performance, so it'll be.
Yeah.
I'd imagine he got tapped in the rear.
Refueling. Just refueling, that is...
No, he wasn't. Like, he didn't add any fuel.
Is it a penalty? No, it's not a penalty.
Thunderhead's got back in, so... I didn't think there would have been
Was it a puncture? Is punctures possible?
You can get punctures, but I don't think you can get it on performance impacted.
I'm not too sure.
Whatever has happened, it's been dramatic already here.
That was very interesting.
Well, he's going to be right down there. I think Gav actually might overtake him if he's not careful.
Well, Gav is...
In fact, Gav will overtake.
Wow, unfortunately, did get a bit on the grass there on the penultimate corner.
Might.
It's entirely. Sig is still in the pits. Oh no, Gavra's. It looked like Gavra was going in the pits there. Sig's still in the.
Coming. Does Gav do it? Come on, 4 plays. No, is he a lap down? I don't even know. What's going on?
I don't know.
Is he a lap down? Wait, what?
He's moved up. Okay, no, has he? No. What? Okay, right. Anyways, well, Sig has left the pits.
In 4th, close caps and marks. I don't exactly know if he's in. No, he's
okay, I think Gavra was unlapping himself there. That was a very, very strange pit from Sig there, as we watched closely getting refueled there. I don't know where the fuel. I don't know where the fuel filler thing is because you can't see it on the car, but you can magically.
Yeah, you can see it actually. I think.
I can't. It's just magically going through the body panels of the car because magic. #magic in the chat as we hit the halfway marker of the race, lap 22 of 44.
Hashtag 44 blessed. Well, in the world of motorsport, that the British chum Louis Hamilton is world champion again.
Victory in the pits.
So victory in there.
This does look like a scheduled stop. Is he changing the tyres?
Well, I'd imagine he would. Well, he's got it. Oh, he's only got it to himself to blame if he has an accident now. Well, let's see.
Oh, well, no tyre changes. It was a quick splash and dash then.
Let's see if I can find where the thing was. Apparently not. Oh, it'll come straight out. Yeah, splash and dash. 80 litres of fuel. Don't think he took tyres on.
No new set of tyres on there. The tyres remained on the car. Meanwhile, Matacake in the chat saying, if you use the circuit map to see who is red, white or blue, then you can have a guess who is lapping/unlapping who. I think both me and Evil are aware that the markers, well, the coloured markers do, well, represent what is what. Thank you for... we have lost a driver. We have lost a driver. We are reduced to 9 drivers. Who has left?
I don't know. Who has left? Well, whoever they are in the pit, so...
We've still got Vectro. We have Solita, Faster, Sig...
Angel.
One of the Fanatec cars.
Angel. Yep, Angel's gone. That's
so where did he disconnect? I didn't see any pop up.
Actually, you can see it on the mini map. He's
he's in the pits.
He's retired. We've got a. Is that Faster's gone off?
Faster's.
Yes.
Oh, very close there.
It's out the way of Gav. That pretty good stuff there. Well, Gav's in 6th, so.
Oh, Gavra going off it. Whoa, Gavra going very slow there. What is going on there?
Getting it through.
Okay, yeah, right.
Down, isn't he?
Yeah.
Was Sig just gone straight off? No, he hasn't. How many people have we got on the lead lap? Vectro, Solita, Faster, Sig, and Alechamps. And talking about Sig, has a bit of a slide. Keeps it in a straight line.
Well, Gonorrhea in the chat. Sorry for rip up. Sorry I couldn't play shotgun, but more so the fact that drivers had such a short notice on game changes, thus the disorganisation on track. I do agree, the disorganisation on track is a bit...
the main reason I think is mainly because this circuit is, well...
It is not. These cars are not for this track. But personally, I think it should have been hosted at Silverstone.
Donington.
Yeah, I think Silverstone would have been a more suitable location, considering the fact that I have watched these cars in real life at Silverstone, and it is a blast.
I've seen it once or twice. Solita, he's in 2nd. He's 18 seconds off the pace. Faster 3rd. Sig Rozonago, who we thought right at the beginning of this race would have probably walked it off with a beautiful win, especially from what it sounded like from the chat. Unfortunately, not so. So we know he's good at quali, but in the race, no. Perhaps not. But Vectro's going to take the lead so far.
Wow, I mean...
No, it's because we have no practice base.
Okay, wow. I don't know what... Oh dear, that's a Target Motorsport car in the wall.
Solita, he's in the wall. That's from 2nd place. That is remarkable.
I think he caught
remarkable. That's Faster, so where's that? That's right hand at the bottom of the hill.
So Faster has moved up into 2nd position. So Faster definitely on the
Hunt.
well, yeah, definitely on the concentration side of things. He has done very well to keep the car on the track and maintained. As he pulls into the pits, he is running, well, he is on 15 litres of fuel, so that looks like a scheduled pit stop.
Isn't, however, so that's interesting. Well, Sig's going to jump back up to the podium,
yeah,
we believe.
Meanwhile, Vectra up front, still 31.5 seconds ahead as we watch Alochamps go through that right-hander.
He's still got a front wing. He's still got the front wing. That's
Thunder
good.
is still racing, although a whole 10 minutes and 50 seconds behind.
What's laps? He's on 15, so 7 laps, or 10 laps behind, actually.
There he is a little far behind, unfortunately, but this is just the season opener. A lot could change.
For some.
Yeah, could definitely change over the time. Well, unfortunately, losing the car. He's kept out the wall.
I did say it was up. Now he's not. We must be careful. There are cars around. Is he just crashed into a wall? Is he going to come around with no front wing?
I don't know. I can't see him. The camera cannot pick him. Oh, there he is. And out the bushes, we see a wild thunderhead grazing in the grass. So down the back straight he goes.
Not much going on. I've been comments pulling the chair because it was only 2 hours before I found out the race promote as well. Fortunately, people didn't realise that the rules were on, I believe.
The rules were out for quite a while. GAVRA has got no front wing, you are correct.
Yes, now, where's he lost that? Well,
is that by himself or did he hit something? Could have been another car, could have been a billboard, or could have been those marker signs, because as we saw a car.
Later in the pit lane, no front wing as
with
well.
no front.
Oh, well, no, and he'd lost the front wing already, didn't he?
I think he did. Oh, yeah, he did. Yes, he did. It was taking him quite a while to get to the pit lane from where he was.
He's done another lap, that's why. He did a whole nother lap, so...
Interesting. As we watch Faster.
going to overtake him, so... It's going to be a... I believe he's going to pass.
I think Faster. What car is that behind Faster? That is Vectro behind Faster.
Yeah, so Vectro lapping already up to 3rd place, and I presume he's going to be one happy pup immediately. I don't think he was expecting a level of domination such as it is now, as the sun actually starts to set over Brands Hat here in the UK. The circuit not too far away from other places. It's, of course, around that little area where they've got a lot of British tracks as well. They've got the logo as well, which is also supported by Donington. And all the other tracks, of course, I don't exactly know what the logo means, actually.
Neither do I.
I mean, it's the racing club they're a part of.
I think it is some type of community or club, yes.
Board saying, oh yes. Now, is he getting the pit lane with no... Oh, no, he's back. Oh, I think he's finally got out of the track. I don't know how long he's been in that. He's been in there for like 3 minutes. He's on lap 21. That's... Not everyone's having much. Let's see if Thunderhead's still got a front wing. Let's play a game. Has he got a front wing? The answer is yes. I'm sorry, Thunderhead, for this, but you're doing well, actually. You're 11 minutes behind, but commitment-wise, 10
yes, commitment. You've got better
in the chat.
Better commitment than so many other drivers I have seen in this community as he goes out off the track to let Sig through. Meanwhile, Gunnar in the chat saying, enough said, anyway, very vague and negative start to a season. That may be your opinion, but I'd say this has been a very intriguing start to a season. Very dramatic.
Yeah,
and
intriguing, dramatic, and catastrophes has happened as well. The car's rolling over a few times. Of course, Red, I believe, was it Red that rolled over?
Yep, I think that was Red.
Ah, someone's hit the wall somewhere, have they not? Was that just the backdraft of the car? I think that was the downshift of the car there. Car's definitely one of the nicest sound. It's a V8 in the Renault 3.5, of course. I like real life. Renault doing well. As a brand, as a F1 team, they're doing quite well. Of course, if you didn't know, if you've been living under a rock, Jolyon Palmer doesn't exist anymore in F1. Died. Neither does Danny Kvyat. And continuing the topic of Danny Kvyat, did you know every time Danny Kvyat's been dropped or demoted, Max Verstappen has won the race?
Oh, speaking of Renault, they have dropped out of any Formula E fans watching. You'll know Renault has dropped out and Nissan has replaced them. So Formula E is definitely getting the taste of variety when it comes to car manufacturers for the new season next year.
Formula E, well, Renault in Formula E, I think there was actually, what was it, Frost's team originally, which was the Edam's team, Frost Edam's, which of course Renault then kind of just took more of a majority assist in. Of course, they've only, now the backing's gone and they don't have any interest, they've mainly concentrating on F1. New engine rules coming in 2021, I believe, have been released as well.
I think they were released earlier today. I'm not too sure, but I haven't gotten around to reading them. But I'm sure that the new engine regulations are enticing enough for Porsche to have a slight interest in entering as a supplier or as an actual team.
I think there was I'd imagine it would be a supplier or a team. Aston Martin are interested in buying Red Bull completely outright now.
Yeah, well, Aston Martin being their main sponsor, considering the fact that Aston Martin
secondary main sponsor. It's a bit hard because it's still
Renault
so
at the moment.
One British team. Oh, we've lost another driver.
Oh, who was that?
We've got 8 now. Who's gone?
That was bought.
This. Bought.
Unfortunately,
we're on that 30. Well, we are on that 30-field leader, who I believe's lapped the entire field bar Seg so far, who was the only person on the same lap as the leader. So, wow.
Thank you, Matacake in the chat. Porsche will supply engines as TAG or TAG. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm just going to go with TAG.
Yep, TAG. That's That's the, of course. The interesting thing about Porsche, they did need to supply engines for McLaren before, well, Honda came in.
Honda took over.
And they did supply them to 2 World Championships as well. I believe they did the 84 and 85 championships, I believe. But, yeah. As well, the 84 Macras. Of course, used to be in F1 as well. They more actually were using glorified road cars with big engines in it back in the day, and they did have very much windscreens, should I say. It's interesting to see Porsche back in F1 as well.
Be nice to see a few more manufacturers and teams going into F1 to spicing up the grid and make it a bit larger. I mean, not complaining that 20 cars is, bad, but a few more cars would be nice.
Don't see Gav getting out the way of Seg. Don't see it getting too much bigger, to be honest, in F1. I'm figuring if you look at it, I don't think it's ever really been too many more cars and teams. I think the maximum I've ever seen was 30 cars on a grid. Of course, 30 cars around Monaco doesn't really go well.
That doesn't go too well.
That's probably the reason they've been limited, unless you get rid of Monaco, which they don't really do. Put in your comments, what do you think your opinion on the Monaco Grand Prix as a circuit is? Do you think it's just there for glory reasons, or do you think it's there for any other significant racing reasons? I honestly think it's there just for the historical value.
Official GAVRA League channel says, can you see the difference between a quit and a genuine disconnect? Well, it says it in the game. It either says, well, actually saying that, you can...
Disconnections or just theft.
You can easily fake a disconnection by turning off your PS4 or the internet. To be honest, it is actually...
If you rip it up...
I think Rip It Up did... Yeah, Rip It Up looked like he did leave there.
Angry.
Yeah, it did look like a...
Well. He's been struggling as well, so stress. We do rest him the best as well. The game having a bit of a glitch there.
If you're...
Monaco is a additional challenge in the chat as well, so there we go. So I do opinionate if Monaco was a modern day circuit, it wouldn't happen.
Well, Sig running wide a bit right there. Lucky to keep it on track and not veer off into a wall.
He's closing, but yeah, I do think Monaco, if it was a lot like newer circuit, like built late in the 80s or something, I don't think it'd be there anymore because how narrow it is. But saying that, Baku exists. Ooh, Sig. That was lucky there, a bit of a wiggle there. Let's see, on your opinion of street circuits, I'm actually getting pretty frustrated here.
There goes ball.
So, I think, well, he's been out the race and that was passing Matt Gamer, but street circuits, I don't really work in F1, do you think, Ethan? Street circuits? Yeah.
Well, I like street circuits because of their technicality and like their glamour. Singapore is a good example. I quite like that track because of the, you know, it's a night race and all that, and it's wide enough for today's F1 cars.
Unless you try and squeeze
unless you do a Vettel into turn one, you're not going to have much luck.
Well. Hashtag poor Alonso.
When it comes to street circuits, it really depends on the street. Well, what street circuit it is. Well, obviously, you know, Monaco's, you know, renowned for its extreme technical corners and narrowness, and same like Macau and all that for the GT World Championship. Macau, definitely almost.
Yeah. I think it is probably even more tighter than Monaco. Sometimes the hairpin round Macau.
Yeah, Macau is
incredible.
I mean, Macau hosts for GT cars, you know, like Bentley and Mercedes wide cars. How they fit 50 cars around that circuit is quite remarkable.
Of course, the best street circuit I used to remember in F1, probably Valencia, to be honest. I really liked the circuit. Unfortunate that it didn't really catch on too well with the fans.
As we see Vectro taking almost the same line as Sig. Long Beach.
Yeah, Valencia, Long Beach as well, of course. Not going to be hosting F1 again. That's been confirmed now.
A bit too bouncy for Formula 1, but yeah, IndyCar can do it somehow.
I think F1 don't really want to do it, mainly because of how the cars are a lot quicker than they are in IndyCar, and of course, and they don't really bouncing.
I think the 2018 IndyCars are the spectacle of open wheel because, well,
the only things that are open wheel now.
Yeah.
Plus, they will be having a shield, I think, soon as well.
Yeah, the shield, a very nice design. Definitely a lot more elegant looking.
Also, being American, the shield. If you're American, you probably know what they also are, as well as one of the most important people that I know in America, and the only people I really need to know in America that I link. Someone's gone off. Is Sid gone off? Yes, he is.
Going very slow up the hill towards Druids there.
Oh, he's dropped some 15 seconds, is he not there? He's way down. Look, it was about 20 seconds.
The only way he is going to... Well, to be honest, there's a few ways he can be able to pull a victory out of the bag. Magic. Vectro to have some severe issues, or Sig drives like a bat out of hell.
And goes 4 seconds quicker every lap, which I don't think is going to happen.
No. I mean, Vectro's set in 1 minute 18s. Sig is setting 1 minute 16s. So he's possible, but I don't know. London GP may happen if Silverstone quit, but Liberty Media won't let that happen, I reckon. I don't think Silverstone's leaving. There was chat about a Dutch Grand Prix. Was it a Dutch Grand Prix?
Amsterdam.
Or one in Woking, but apparently Woking was just a concept design, just like marketing.
McLaren.
Yeah.
It's a McLaren little thing just saying, it could be good to have a GP here, you know. The Woking Grand Prix, got around the McLaren Technology Centre. I mean, powered by Honda, it'd be terrible anyway.
Yeah.
The Amsterdam, apparently, it's going to be a figure 8 circuit, so it goes over a bridge, but I don't want more street circuits.
It definitely does look confirmed, if we put it, because the two posts that we saw, it showed the layout of a track and it showed it going over a bridge, and then another post showed a bridge in the background, so it's entirely possible. But I like street circuits, depending on what type of street circuit. And I heard a car that is Thunderhead, unfortunately, losing his front wing again. Alright, I'm going to call that 14 times, I don't know. 14. London GP could be a possibility. I don't want a London Grand Prix, but if there's been talk about London having an F1 circuit, and since mid 2000s, I'm pretty certain. Yeah, there's been a lot of chat.
But I don't really think it's a good idea, figuring London's all that eco-friendly polar bears.
And a lot of
is not very polar bears.
A lot of lampposts and bollards all over the place as well.
Curbs and stuff. But the idea of it would have been interesting, of course.
I mean,
I don't mind the 2 street circuits you get in F1, but now we've got 3, I think, really 4 almost if you count Albert Park as technically a street circuit, because it is public roads drifting.
Sig doing a Tokyo drift through Druids in front of the Fanatec car of Faster there, who is definitely a lap down. He is currently 1 minute and 4 seconds behind.
Talking about street circuits, did you know up until 2000 Spa was actually classified as a street circuit?
And if you want to try out the old Spa, it's on Project Cars 2. Just stroll your way down to Spa-Francorchamps Historic and get a fast car.
Don't hit mountains.
And don't hit mountains, and you won't go to orbit.
Space. Yeah, other words, don't hit mountains. Well, only some 7 laps to go.
Vectro, just want to draw your attention to the timing sheets, has set a very, very concerning lap there, 1:25.4. Did he have a mistake on that lap, or is he held up? Saying that.
Let's see. I think he spun.
Sig is catching up. He is only 18 seconds behind, and that time is chipping away. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. The time is definitely getting chipped away as Vectro 7 tenths down on his lap time.
Well, this is what happens when we talk about things. Well, Valencia, going back to street circuits, Valencia's a good track. I think there's a battle going on. Let's see. Well, is that Thunderhead?
Oh, that's Thunderhead off the track, and there's Gavra and Senna Racing Academy car of Allo Champs in front.
Not actually battling,
unfortunately.
Well, Gav's trying to try around the outside. He backs out of it.
Yeah, Allo Champ did back out of it. Is Allo Champs coming into the pit lane, or is he just backing out? No, he's just backed out.
Yeah, didn't want to battle it. Well, we believe Thunderhead's coming in. Well,
yeah, he should be. Yeah, he's definitely coming in.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. Yeah. And off! Angel!
Well, I think that was ages ago. I think that was ages ago. I think he retired quite a bit of a while ago, and then he's only just gone. Meanwhile,
back to street circuits.
I think there was a car off.
No. Didn't seem to be anything appearing on the map. Of course, Thunderhead in the pit lane. We've got that's Allo Champs getting out of the way of the leader in a few seconds. 16 seconds.
Oh yeah, that time has definitely come out. Gone in the chat. It is a good question. I think this is referring to what Soup possibly said, but you'll never know the answer to that. If it's consistently happening to the same people, though, does it create doubts? Well,
yes.
Yes, it can create doubts, but it may be for personal reasons. It may just be a coincidence that network traffic and, weather and environment may have an effect on Wi-Fi performance and all that. Or it could just
be horrible, horrible bad luck.
Yeah, or it can be really bad luck and you're just having a really naff day.
Oh, that's that game up. This is going to be interesting.
Maticate believes Sid can win this. Place your bets in the chat if you think Sid can win this, or if Vectro is going to hold it.
He's going to have to close.
Well, we only have
15, 6, 7 laps.
6, 7 laps.
It's going to be close. I think if he does it, he'll catch on the last lap if he keeps going the rate he's going.
Vectro's got to just maintain it.
Go for it.
Nurse the car. Andrew Simulator says Vectro is the Stig.
Yeah,
yes, that can be said.
But he is our Stig on GTA. Well, we'll find out if he gets sacked or not if he doesn't win as the Stig. So cheer the hashtag
Vectro Stig.
Stig.
Or Stig Vectro Stig 666 or something. I don't know. Yeah. But as we watch Vectro going through the what's that? The start of Sector 3.
2. It's only got 2 sectors. I'm pretty certain.
Well, it doesn't actually show us the track. It doesn't actually show us like the sector layout, does it? And the Sig down on his lap time there. Oh, and that's a Humor Racing car of Math Gamer going around there at the top of the blind corner. Well, saying that, Sig's definitely pushing, and 1:15.1 was his last lap.
Is 5 laps to do it. 11 seconds. It's going to be
10
close.
seconds. If
3
we have,
seconds. He's going to catch him.
if we have a look at the timing sheet overall for best lap and last lap, there
you go.
it is. You can definitely, wow, Sig, a 114.6.
Great Scott.
You can clearly tell who's pushing and who is, well,
isn't.
yeah, exactly. Vectro has definitely got us, well, if Vectro is listening, he's probably going to start thinking about...
Gap's gone up again. It's 11 seconds. But it's fluctuating. I think there's a lap car in the way.
There is a lap car in the way indeed.
There's another one up the road. Let's see, let's go to Thunderhead. Does he have some wing? Yes. He does. Well, still looks like they've got their front wings.
Yep.
So we scroll our way back to the leaders. The old-fashioned way. Well, there is meant to be another race after this. Unfortunately, we will not be streaming, I don't believe.
No, we will not be able to stream that race, unfortunately.
Due to, well, the time...
Time zones.
In fact, I'm tired, as it is.
Well, wow, Vectro set on 117.9, faster than his other lap, the lap before that lap. Sig setting a 15.8. There it is. With Gavra moving off the racing line there. Meanwhile, Nico Perez, or Nico, hashtag Vectro for hashtag driver of the day. Definitely, I would definitely agree with that, because the fact he
and
pulled...
hashtag from wing of the day belongs to you.
Well, I'd say commitment of the
year
oh, yeah.
right now. He's going quicker than Math Gamer. He's not really closing, but he's going quicker at least. 9 seconds.
It is dropping.
4 to go.
Vectro has done very well to maintain the gap, considering the fact he got a pretty bad start and dropped right down the grid, and he's got right back up.
7. Luck was being on his hand. He's only got some 5 laps to go. You hear the back. Well, you can hear the back shift of that engine there.
Yeah, the V8s do sound lovely.
Reverberating here around the this little countryside here. It's quite close to a lot of houses. Actually, I'm pretty certain these cars are banned around here at single life due to decibel noise.
But apparently, V8 GT3 cars are legal here, but you know.
Yeah, but they're not as loud as Leeds things because.
No. Well, saying that, go to Blancpain at Silverstone, and you'll.
Not sleep evil.
If you want to find out how loud GT3 cars are in real life, then I suggest you go visit. Well, wherever you live in the country, Blancpain will probably visit. Go to one of their race venues, and you'll just find out how loud some of the cars are. And trust me, they'll vibrate the seats.
Yeah, well, nothing as good as a old V8 engine blasting past as well, or V10 either. In F1 class, they definitely sound a lot louder, don't they?
Yeah, they definitely do. Meanwhile, Sig on he's done over 1:15.7. Sorry.
2 laps. I don't think he's going to do it.
So Sig's brought the gap really far down, but it's just not going to be enough unless Vectro, unless something happens, which is unlikely, as we watch Solsolita just pull into the pits as Sig comes through Paddock Hill Bend, and Vectro going out of Druids into Grim Hill. But we're still watching Sig, just watching Vectro's marker on the map. Sig going down into Grim Hill. And there's Vectro.
Going down to Pilgrims. Only got 1 more lap after this. And then he'll be home drive for what will be a remarkable win, if he can do it. He's got 1 lap car up the road. That is Thunder.
That is Thunderhead.
Let's hope for the God something doesn't happen here.
Thunder, if he has any common sense, will move out of the way. This is Vectro's first win. Thunderhead definitely does.
First win on Project Cars 2. First win since GT3 Season 2 was his last win. It's been a long time since a league win from this man. If he can do it, unless something happens in this last lap.
Control the disconnection.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's only got 9 corners to do it in. and he's 5 seconds in the lead. As long as something doesn't go wrong, he's going to be taking it so cautiously. Combs scattering down the start line there. Well, at least turn 1.
Sig's definitely pushing it, but is it going to be enough?
3 seconds. It's not enough. Another lap or 2, and I think he would have done it. He's going 2 seconds quicker. He'll just pop into
He
view
might
at the
get
last
I honestly believe he might have a chance. Well, because Vectro's definitely not pushing it that hard. But
I think he can up the pace, but you can see.
Yeah, he's pulled a bit of a gap. He's pulled it up a bit there. As Alex Champs comes into the pits again, but
drop as much as he can.
All eyes are on Vectro.
1 sector to go. Can he take a historic win, or will he do that? He doesn't want to do that. Dirt on the tyres won't do him any good.
That
You
was
can
a
just see there is Sig. He's just there. It is. Sig's off. Does he keep out the wall? He just avoided it. That's what it needed. He's pushing so hard. Goes off on the last lap. Vectro, can you believe it? Comes through the last corner. Wins. Finally, he'll win a race after so long. 2-3 seasons. Vectro wins a league race at last after so long. Sig will finish second. And boy, oh boy, can you feel the scenes there? Vectro's going to be screaming in that cockpit. Can you believe it? Finally, last win in an actual season, GT3 Season 2. Almost a year and a half ago now. It's been a long, long race, and that man there, finally, after so long, can lift his head and shout he did it as much as he liked. He will be a very, very, very happy man. And well, what can you say?
Oh, that was definitely...
tried.
He tried, and he tried, but he just pushed it too hard. That is very unfortunate.
Fun
Sig,
in the end. And
well,
luckily,
you're fine. Well, we have 36 seconds until the race is officially complete, but no positions are going to be changing anytime soon. But that was definitely a good race.
He won't have his mic. I also want to speak to I've got the translator.
Unfortunately, we lost some races in this. Rip It Up, Red 15, in a very, very peculiar accident. One of the Fanatec cars, another Senna Racing Academy car, but I've got to say, Thunderhead keeping it on the track and not leaving after what has probably been one of the worst races. But this is the final classification after 44 laps. Your race winner, Vectro 666, followed by Sig in second position, and third, Faster. And yeah, everything's disappeared.
That's it over. Well, there would be another race after this. Unfortunately, Mr. Ethan will have to go, so I don't know if we'll be doing another one unless he wants to try and do one more race.
No, I will not have any time to do it, unfortunately. But thank you for joining us on what has been a very intriguing and epic start to a awesome season in Formula Renault 3.5. We wish to see you again as we visit the Red Bull Ring in Austria in the mountains. A very famous track. A very famous track, famous for Ferrari, mainly Michael Schumacher and Rubens Barrichello. But see you then. Goodbye.
Is it over?
I'm having a bit of trouble.